The video opens on a quiet evening in a luxurious mansion, the kind that seems to glow with warmth on the outside but hides cold emptiness within. A soft, haunting melody fills the air at the sound of a piano being played, not perfectly, but with soul. The camera pans to a young maid, Ma, sitting beside a blind little girl named Lily, her small fingers trembling as she feels the keys. And behind them, standing in the shadows of the doorway, is a man in a black suit, Mr. Grant, the CEO who never believed music could heal a broken bar until now. If you're watching this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because what happens next will remind you how small acts of kindness can change lives forever. Emma had never worked in a mansion before. She was new to the city, broke, and desperate for work after her mother's passing. When she was hired as a maid in the Grant residence, she thought her days would be filled with polishing glass and scrubbing marble floors, not realizing her true purpose there was far greater. The mansion was beautiful but strangely silent. The staff whispered about their boss, Mr. Grant, a powerful man who buried himself in business after losing his wife in an accident. They said he didn't smile, didn't laugh, didn't live, only worked. His daughter, Lily, had lost her sight in the same accident, and since then, the house had forgotten what joy sounded like. The first time Emma met Lily, the little girl was sitting by the window, her fingers tracing the sunlight on the glass. "Who's there?" Lily asked softly. "I'm Emma," she replied, "your new maid." "Do you know how to play piano?" Lily asked out of nowhere. "Mom used to play for me every night before she went to heaven." Emma hesitated. "A little," she admitted, "but I'm not very good." "That's okay," Lily smiled. "Can you play for me? I just want to hear something again." That night, Emma sat at the grand piano, its surface covered with dust, untouched for years. She pressed a few shaky keys, and the notes filled the empty hall like whispers of a forgotten memory. Lily giggled, and for the first time in years, laughter echoed through the house. What Emma didn't know was that Mr. Grant stood upstairs, hearing the music drift through the corridors. He froze, his heart aching. That melody, it was the same lullaby his late wife used to play for Lily. He almost walked down to stop it, but then he heard his daughter's laughter, soft and sweet, and for the first time in a long time, he didn't stop it, he just listened. Days turned into weeks. Every evening, Emma and Lily sat by the piano. Emma taught Lily how to feel the notes, how to count rhythm through touch, how music didn't need sight, only heart. The blind girl's fingers grew confident. She began to play on her own, smiling, laughing, living. But not everyone approved. One afternoon, the head housekeeper, Mrs. Lane, warned Emma. "Be careful," she said sharply. "Mr. Grant doesn't like anyone meddling in his daughter's life. Your job is cleaning, not playing nanny." Emma bit her lip. "I just want to make her happy." "Then pray he sees it that way," Mrs. Lane muttered and walked away. Still, Emma couldn't stop. Every moment with Lily felt sacred. She saw herself in that little girl. Both had lost someone they loved, both trying to heal in silence. One evening, as the sunset painted the mansion gold, Lily said, "Ma, will Daddy ever smile again?" Emma paused. "Maybe," she said gently, "if he hears what love sounds like." That night, they played together, Lily's small hands dancing across the keys as Emma guided her through a melody they'd made up together. Their laughter rang like music itself. What they didn't know was that Mr. Grant had returned early from a late meeting. He stood at the door of the living room, hidden in the shadows. The sight before him broke his heart, and healed it at the same time. His little girl, smiling again, the maid, gently helping her find her way through sound and feeling. When the music stopped, Lily said softly, "Ma, one day, I'll play this song for Daddy, so he knows I can still see him with my heart." Mr. Grant couldn't hold back anymore. His voice, deep but trembling, came from behind them. "Play it for me now." Emma turned around, startled. "Sir." "Yeah," Lily gasped. "Daddy?" He walked over slowly, kneeling beside his daughter. "I heard everything," he said, tears welling up. "You brought life back into this house, Lily, a broken bar, and you, Miss Emma, a broken bar. You reminded me what I lost." Emma lowered her eyes. "I'm sorry if I overstepped, sir." He shook his head. "You did what I couldn't." He looked at the piano, then back at her. "Thank you for bringing music and hope back into my daughter's world." From that day forward, things began to change. The mansion was no longer silent. Every evening, the sound of piano filled the air. Lily's laughter, Emma's gentle voice, and sometimes, Mr. Grant's quiet humming joining them. Weeks later, Mr. Grant surprised them both with something special, a grand concert hall donation in Lily's name, dedicated to music therapy for blind children. Because one person cared enough to play a song, he said during the speech, a child learned to see again, not with eyes, but with love. When Emma looked at him, she saw not the cold CEO, but a father reborn, and a man who had finally learned to feel again. As the story ends, the camera fades back to that same piano. Lily plays the melody perfectly now, her face glowing with joy. Emma watches proudly beside her, and from the background, Mr. Grant claps softly, his eyes full of tears. But this time, happy ones. The narrator's voice returns softly. Sometimes, the most beautiful miracles begin with a single note, a broken bar, and someone brave enough to play it. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes in second chances. Because love, kindness, and music can truly heal the unseen wounds of the soul.